You are welcome to Literature Hub 247, a free online literature class where the art and science of literature are discussed. We are still on that interesting African novel titled So the Path Does Not Die, written by Pede Hollist. Earlier on this platform, we discussed the plot summary, the prologue, as well as chapters 1 to 17 of this novel. This is chapter 18 of So the Path Does Not Die. In the last chapter, Fina is insisting that she's going back to Syria alone, while her friend, Amma, is trying to discourage her from doing so. At the end of that chapter also, the reference is made to Pa Edu's house. The night Pa Edu beat Fina, that Edna lie beside her in the bedroom. So let's see what happens in chapter 18. A lanky, broad-shouldered, light-complexion young man who comes to see Kame is his son, as claimed by the man. Glen Gibson is his name, and is a product of an unwholesome affair Kame had with Anuska Mutari while in high school. After the death of Donovan, Kame's brother, he plans to replace him. This has effect on his way of life and the type of friends he was keeping. Celeste, Kame's mother, tried all possible means to separate him from bad friends, but it didn't work. In the last year of Kame's high school, her mother smelled cigarette smoke in his clothes. Girls were seen sneaking out of their compound when Kame was supposed to be in the school. Anuska Mutari claimed then that Kame was the father of her baby. However, Kame explained to his mother that Anuska was a slut and was only trying to trap him into a marriage. Celeste immediately swung into action to go to the root of the girl's allegation, but she had disappeared. She reappeared a year later and started attending nursing school. It is later discovered by Kame that her mother had persuaded Anuska's parents to send her away till she gave birth. She would then give the baby away for adoption. With this, Kame's mind is at rest that the issue of unwanted pregnancy is finally settled. He traveled to England to study medicine after this. That is Kame. The revelation from the young man discouraged the thought of carrying out a blood test by Kame. Glen Gibson is about 20 or 21. Glen Gibson is about 20 or 21 years old. That is around the time Anuska disappeared. Some features of Donovan are also seen in him. Celeste is surprised by the appearance of the boy that fateful day. She asks for his age, and Glen Gibson says 21 and shows his birth certificate. The certificate indicates the name of his parents and their ages at the time of his birth. Gibson responds to Kame's question by explaining that he took the name of his adoptive parents. He was then named Glen Gibson and grew up in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He also answers Celeste's question that he has not seen his mother physically, but spoke with her on the phone. She told him that Kame lives in the United States. Gibson asked Kame if he accepts to be his father. Kame is cautious to answer the question because he knows some demands will come after it. He just tells the boy that there is a need to carry out some blood tests. The response from Kame encourages the boy to speak out, though modestly. He tells Kame that he has no time to waste carrying out tests. He says his kidneys are failing and needs a transplant urgently. He explains further that he has a chance to live if a close relative donates a kidney. Kame feels a sort of discomfort in his body. Gibson sees this in Kame and tells him that it is a matter of life and death. He says he needs a prompt response, and if Kame can't help, he should say it so that he will find another relative. In another scene, it's 9 p.m. Kame drives out and his father, George Pede, just driving him, stops him. His father asks him whether he's alright and informs him that Scraps is in trouble as he just came from the police. Kami says his mother has told him that he's going to call Tulame, his lawyer friend, to talk to his father. He makes his father understand that he has a pressing issue at hand. He needs to talk to Fina. Judge Brady tries to convince Kami not to see Fina that night, but Kami doesn't yield and drives off to Fina's house. As Kami walks into Fina's townhouse that night, Enna says he's going to sleep and reminds Fina to talk to Kami about Kizzy. That is concerning Kizzy's case. Fina invites him to sit, but he remains standing. He then tenders his apologies for the way he shouted and walks out on her. Several thoughts go on in Fina's mind as he is surprised by Kami's response to the issue on the ground. When Fina is not responding, he continues that he shouldn't have behaved like that to her. He doesn't know what came over him that afternoon. He thereby promises never to allow his emotions to rule him again. He expresses his love for him and begs for forgiveness. Fina eventually expresses her mind that she has forgiven him. She says she can't blame Kami but herself. She explains that she should have told him about her first marriage. Kami still blames himself for leaving Fina in the church when he should not. Fina explains that she has to take responsibility for her actions and promises what is right for her henceforth. Kami tells Fina that they should forget the past and make a clean start, and Fina agrees. Kami promises his love for Fina and says they cannot undo what happened in the church. They then close to each other lovely. A statement from Fina that she's going back home a minute later destabilizes Kami. The latter declares that Fina is trying to punish him. Fina explains that she's doing what is right for her and chooses to go home, where she will understand the situation better. She insists that she's going home and that Kami cannot change her mind. Kami reminds Fina about the pregnancy and says he has the right to determine where the child grows up. Fina replies that he lost every right when he walked off and left her today. Kami responds that he was hungry then and begs for forgiveness. Fina says she has forgiven him but insists that she's going back home where she will be happy. That is, going back to Sierra Leone. Kami asks Fina to explain what she means by cutting the rope and the part she talked about. Because Fami has earlier mentioned something about cutting the rope. So Kami is now requesting for explanation. He walks about feeling a sort of indignation. He once felt this way during Donova's funeral, that is, when his brother died. He has felt the same way that time. He was screaming, but nobody heard him because he was screaming in his head. That is during the funeral of Donovan. Kami understands better the circumstances surrounding the death of Donovan. He knows that his death is not sudden. He has been complaining of tiredness and kept it to themselves. That is, Donovan and Kami kept it to themselves. He fainted at the school one day and died the following day. The scenario also reminds Fina of the women's cry the night her father took her away from the Fafi. Fina carefully leaves the love seat and goes to Kami. She inserts herself to Kami's thighs and embraces him. Kami also responds to Fina, but continues his melancholy chant. He has repeated the lyrics several times before he discovers that Fina is also singing, but different from his. He stops his song and listens to Fina's song. Fina tells Kami that her grandmother taught her the story, which is from the story of Musundugu. She explains that Musundugu is a village where only women live. I think you can still remember this story. We have it in the prologue. So we have the video. If you have not watched the video, if you have not listened to the video, you can make your request and I will send the video to you. Kami asks Fina to narrate the story for him, and she does. Kami then confirms that their old maid's chant is the same as Fina's grandmother's song. So it is Kami's old maid that normally sings the song. Fina explained vividly her initiation experiences, how her father interrupted the process and took her to the clinic to stitch the cut part of her body. Kami tries to interrupt, and Fina is a little bit annoyed and refuses to continue the narrative. After a little delay, she continues. She narrates how they ran away and the branches of trees beating them. She tells Kami that she realizes that her father raised the wrath of the villagers for her love. We have theme of sacrifice here. She believes that love has to do with sacrifice. She explains that that is what it meant when she said she will support Isa, that is her sister, and that she wants to go home and build centers for the orphaned, abused, and ostracized girls. She then asks Kami if he is capable of love, which is sacrifice, if he can share in the pains as she experienced it when she was in the dispensary. She says she was in the clinic. She heard the cries of Baramusu and other women as if outside the window. She also felt their pain, which is love. Kami just stares at Fina and continues listening to her. The latter explained that she doesn't want to be a source of pain for him like Kumbakabo. This is also part of the story about Musundugu. She massages his hand, kisses them, and looks straight into his eyes. She expresses her appreciation for Kami's visit and love for him for the visit. She expresses her appreciation for Kami's visit and her love for him for the visit. That is Fina appreciating Kami for his visit to her house rather. Kami exclaims that he is short of words and says he doesn't deserve Fina. The two are on the road to understanding and renewal of their love. That is chapter 18 of So the Path Does Not Die. Please, if you are new on this platform, try and click on the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you'll be part of this platform. And whenever any video is produced, you are going to be notified. Like the video, share it. You are free to share it on any social media platform. Invite your friend and colleagues to join us, especially literature teacher, English teacher on this platform. Please invite fellow literature teachers to this platform, and also your students. Let them know about this platform. So if you have any question or comment, send it to the comment section and it will be attended to. Let's meet in the next chapter. Thank you and God bless.